currently at page 76, really enjoying it. Tarn, as always, is my favourite character. He's so sassy, and we've only had 76 pages, and the sass is just so funny. And Dana, you can tell, has grown up over the years. Like, oh, her talking is so similar to how she was when she was younger, but there's a mature side to it, which I just appreciate so much from Rebecca Yarros. I'm liking the plot right now. I'm a little bit confused, but I usually am at the start of a Fourth Wing book, because you're getting back into a very mid to high fantasy book. A lot of terms getting used that I can't remember. It's getting explained to me reasonably well. There are little bits that I'm confused about, but overall I am enjoying it. As always, the teachers are annoying me and I love Violet. Currently like 1 in the morning and I just got to page 161. I'm really enjoying it. I always take the dust cover off. So I've had some thoughts recently. So since I updated you lot, my thoughts, let me look at my notes. I wrote little notes as we were going along. So my first little post-it, I love Tarn. I absolutely love Tarn, and I really have enjoyed seeing a lot more of the squad plots in this book. So we've seen a lot more of Rhiannon, we've seen a lot more of Rhee, Riddick, Kat, and obviously Violet, and I just liked that. It's been nice seeing them because I don't think we saw as much of them in the last book. There was a lot of secrets kept from them, and this book it's like they're in on everything, which I like. I've also said, I've put, why are we doing the sneaking around trope? So there has been something that's happened basically with Xaden that's now made Violet and Xaden need to like hide their relationship again, and it just feels a bit like the first book it was like, oh, they shouldn't be together. The second book, it was like people were trying to keep them away from each other. And now third book, it's happening again where they can't be together. And it's like, oh, it comes to a point where it's like, this is the third book and I'm kind of sick of this trope. I really just want to move on to like where people are like, okay, they're together and it's a good thing they're together because XYZ. That's not happening right now, which is really irritating. Next post-it I've got is, I put here that clearly Violet and Xaden have been right in the past with everything they've done and battles and things. So I don't understand why this book we've still got people who have like more authority than them doubting everything they're saying and not trusting them. And I'm just kind of like, if they've been right in the past, why would you not trust them? Like, I understand that they're kids still, but if they've been correct so many times, wouldn't you trust them by now? It's just a bit irritating. And I've also said I want to see more of the dragons. We haven't really seen much of the dragons, like actual flying or anything. And I am at page 161, so I'm a bit like, where are my dragons? Where are they? We like have glimpses of like mentions of them, or Violet obviously like talking through the bond with Andana and Tarn, but there isn't much of actually seeing the dragons, which is just a bit annoying. And then I've written here, I've had 5 like, oh my god moments where things have happened and I've gone, what the hell? And I'm at page 161, so I'm really enjoying it. I'm liking it. It's at a steady pace right now. There's nothing like massive happening, but the pacing is definitely better than HiI'mLiv. HiI'mLiv, I think I gave a 4-star. Initially I gave it a 5, but I think I knocked it down to like a 4.5. I did enjoy it, but the first half was like a bit slower than expected. This one, I feel like the pacing is decent. It's quite good. God, we're back in Liv's car. Liv's car updates. I am about to drive, just in it sounds quickly to give them something. I chat to you guys about the book because I am really getting into this book. To be honest, I really didn't want to rush it. I've been waiting for this book to come out for ages and it finally is out and I'm really loving it. You'll not be able to see me much. This is literally all you'll be able to see of me. But I just thought it would be the best time to talk about it is whilst I'm driving, because that's when I get the most chatty is when I'm driving. What I'm doing right now is I'm at page 275. Great progress. Tonight I'm aiming to get to page 400, so 125 pages I need to read. Definitely think it's doable. I mean, last night alone I read about 50 pages. Work it out. No, 64 pages, and that was literally from just one time of me sitting down reading, a little bit of me reading on the train in and out whilst I was on the way back from uni, and that was it. I have a lot of faith in myself only been up to page 400 tonight, and then tomorrow I'm thinking of finishing it because the suspense will just haunt me otherwise if I have to wait all week, because I'm back at uni next week. I'm at uni every week, but I go back to uni obviously on Monday, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to like read again until like Tuesday maybe, and I just don't want to put myself through the suspense. I'm really impressed by this book. Some of the notes I've made, I've said basically that this book is progressing so much quicker than the second book, which was Iron Flame. It's just progressing so much quicker. I felt with Iron Flame, I was really enjoying it, but the first half was very meh. There wasn't much battles happening or anything. There wasn't really any fight scenes. It was just a lot of boring stuff. And it was necessary to the plot, but at the same time, it was like just not interesting to read. Whereas this book, it's so interesting. I mean, there's so much that's happened, and we've had different fight scenes, just loving it. There is spice. The whole relationship between Zayden and Violet has just improved since I last like complained about it. Because remember, I was like, oh, it's miscommunication trope, not miscommunication, we love each other but we can't be with each other, it's got to be a secret, and I just can't be asked with that again happening, like, oh, we can't be together. But this one, it's like it's completely changed, and like reasonings and plot has changed, and I'm really enjoying it. I think it's really like progressed, really, the storyline since I last complained about it, last updated you guys. And Dana's little appearances in the book, oh my god, they've got my heart. It's so adorable. I just love Dana. She's like one of my favourite characters. And Tarn, I always imagine Tarn's voice, and I've said this to Sam and he found it so funny. Tarn's voice to me, whenever he says things, I imagine Liam Neeson saying it or Optimus Prime. God knows why, but those are the two like voices I hear in my head. Understanding like what the point of everything is, I'm really liking how we're like venturing out. So I feel like I don't want to ruin things for the other books, but in the second book, if you remember, we had like a lot of it set in two areas. So the first half was mainly set in the school. Yeah, the first half of it was mainly set in the school in the second book, if you remember, and you know, I like the school and everything, and Basgarth is great, but a lot of it was set in the school and they didn't really leave it for the first half of the book. Whereas this one, we've had bits in the school, we've had bits in like the new area where everything is since like everything happened in the second book. We've had a lot of like the higher ups like opinions about things, and just a lot of different settings basically. Okay, I'm at page 402, and have I just stayed up reading this until, what time is it? 3 a.m. It's taken me 3 hours to read 120 pages. This is my last update here, and I've read this good chunk in one sitting, so I'm quite proud of myself. All I've said so far is this book has some of the best quotes in all 3 books, and I really do think that. And then the one here, this is what we know about dragonkind is nothing compared to what we don't. I love that. Like, it's so like, oh my god, hard hitting. There's so much like that though in here. I love it. Stay up tonight. I've got this section left, which I'm going to try and get through tomorrow. And yeah, I've only got this little section left. Oh my god, that's crazy. I did manage to get really far in the book, to be honest. I am just doing my makeup real quick, so I thought I'd just chat to you quickly about the book because I've read loads. I'm currently actually at page 462. That's really good. I'm really happy. I've just got this little section left, which I'm going to be finishing today, and I'm really excited to finish it. So much has happened. Like, it's crazy how much has happened, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really finding myself invested in this book, and I feel like I'm enjoying this on the same level as I enjoyed Fourth Wing. I feel like Iron Flame I enjoyed, but it wasn't my favourite. I feel like it was just a bit, the first half of the book was a bit slow for me. I want to say that one of my favourite things about this book is we're really getting to see the other characters, as well as like Zayden and Violet. We're seeing literally so many other characters, and they're getting more I was about to say screen time, like, you know what I mean, they're being featured more in the book. I'm gonna be honest, my favourite character is Riddick. I think he's just such a good character. He makes me laugh so much, he's so funny. There's his serious moments too. I just think he's a really great character, and he's one of Violet's really good friends. Characters are Riddick and his dragon are hilarious. Their dynamic is so funny, and it's hilarious to read about and to watch because it's so different to Tarn and Violet. My second is probably Andana. I love Andana, she's one of my favourites. Tarn is definitely up there. Violet and Xaden are some of my favourites in this book. Again, I love them in this book. If there's anyone else that I'm really like loving, I feel like this book I actually am really loving Mira, Violet's sister. I'm actually really loving her. I think she's really good in this book. She's like, in the other books I felt like she was very like up her arse a bit and very straight to the point. Her mum had very clearly trained her to be this person that she is. I feel like in this book we're getting more of like Mira's personality and not just what her mum kind of pushed her to be. I also think the plot twists are really getting me this time. Like in other books I've kind of been able to guess some of them, but I'm really not being able to guess anything right now. Like none of the plot twists I've actually guessed. I think there was one that I was like, I had an idea that it could happen but I wasn't sure. And so many plot twists and changes and stuff that I've just been like, oh my god, wait, what? I'm really liking it. I'm loving all the battle scenes, by the way, and all the fighting. I'm really enjoying it. I think there's a good balance of character building and also actual like plot happening, like battle scenes and things, and progression with Xaden and Violet. I think there's a lot going on, and I think that the balance between both character driven plot and also just like battles and emotional scenes, I think the balance of all that has been done really well in this book. So yeah, I'm really loving it so far. I am planning on just, honestly, after I've done my makeup, I'm probably gonna sit and finish it. Really invested, and I really want to just know the ending. Like, I'm at the point where I've read so much. Last night I read 100 and something pages. I think it's like 120 pages. I'm really enjoying it basically, and I just can't stop reading it. Once I start, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna read a chapter, end up reading about 12. Don't know if there's anything else to update you on. I feel like the plot has been great. I'm loving the amount of times we're seeing them all wield and use their gifts that they've got. I really am enjoying it, and we're getting to see other people's gifts as well more, and getting used to other people's gifts and remembering like what they've got going on, which I like, because I feel like, I don't know if this is just me, but Iron Flame, for me, the second book, it felt as though the focus was on Violet and Xaden, yes, but I felt like I kind of lost who the other characters were. You know what I mean? Like, I just felt like I kind of forgot about, I felt like in the second book, I felt like we just kind of lost some of the characters. I just felt like the first half, and especially the middle, I don't know why, but the focus was mainly on Xaden and Violet, which, you know, I obviously love Xaden and Violet. I love a romantasy, and this is what this book is. But I also do want a plot. Like, I want an actual battle and things. And I did enjoy the second book, as I said, but I was really apprehensive going into the third book because I really wanted it to be good, obviously. And I did enjoy Iron Flame, but it wasn't as good as Fourth Wing, in my opinion. Like, Sawyer's plotline has been a big thing of him recovering after the battle. Dean has been back in this book. We've also seen a lot more of Riddick and his like humour and his banter, which is, I just love his humour, it's funny. It makes it feel less like a romantasy and more like a fantasy with romance, if you know what I mean. Like, the focus isn't just on Xaden and Violet, which I'm happy about. Seeing how like other riders and their dragons interact is a very interesting storyline, and she's included it in this book, Rebecca Yarros, so I'm very happy about that. It is entertaining to watch, and it gives it those funny moments when there are serious things happening in this book, and you get like the comedy coming through from Riddick and things, and just silly things happening. I think that's all the updates for now. I'm gonna go read a bit more in a minute once I've finished with my makeup, and then probably sit on my opinions for a bit and see what I end up thinking, because I know with Iron Flame, I initially gave it like a 5-star, but then going back to it a while later, I realised that I didn't really think it was a 5-star. I feel like this book, if it continues being as good as it is, I think this book could be a 4.5. Like, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's really good, and I feel like depending on how it ends and how we carry on going forwards, it could go up to a 4.75, and like, that is brilliant. I am invested. It's just, obviously it depends on the ending, it depends how the rest of the pacing goes, and I really don't know what direction this ending like is going to be. I don't really know what direction the book's going to go. Like, I'm really on edge with it. I want to know what the hell's going to happen. The stakes in this book are so high. I'm at page 495. I have got just over 30 pages left. The stakes are so high in this book. I am so on edge, and it's so good. There is just so much more. I've said it so many times. There's so much more at stake in this book, and so much more to lose, and it's quite emotional. Like, it really is. I'm really on edge because I actually have no clue how this is going to end. I'm on the final chapter and the tension is insane. I am just like... I'm at a loss. Yeah. I'm gonna go eat and then I'm gonna go finish it, and yeah. Then I will have finished Onyx Storm, which I've been waiting so long to read. Okay, I've just finished the book, and this always happens when I read a fourth wing book. I'm so lost. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. This happened literally when I finished HiI'mLiv. I sat there and I was like, wait, what happened? I don't know if going back and rereading like 2 or 3 chapters is gonna help me, so I'm gonna look up some stuff and see what the hell is going on. I'm a bit lost at the ending. It's kind of just like ended on a cliffhanger, a bit abrupt, and I'm just kind of like, what the hell's happening? I'm just so lost. I really don't understand what just happened, but I'm gonna have a look into stuff and then I'll come back to you. Okay, I think I get it. I'm not the only person lost with this, by the way. I just looked it up and there was literally a Reddit forum of people talking about this book. So I just read through it for a bit, had a look to see what people were thinking, and it's not just me that's lost and completely like baffled. I don't want to do like a spoiler because I know that it's pretty new, so I don't really want to do spoilers. Okay, how do I explain this? So the ending was a bit like, we're lost and it's meant to be a shock ending because we don't quite know what's going on, but we kind of do. Those endings work for me, but sometimes when there's so much information missing, like in this book, I just can't catch up quick enough, and I don't have a clue what's going on. I think I know. We also don't fully know what's going on because at the end everyone was like shocked about the appearance of somebody, but we don't actually get a like detailed explanation of, well, we don't get any explanation of what this person looks like, so I don't really know what that's about. Ending, I think I understand now, but they don't outright just tell you stuff in this book. They just kind of like hope that you get what they're saying. they hope that you get what they're hinting at, basically. I did enjoy this book. I enjoyed this book a lot more than Iron Flame, which I don't remember what I rated Iron Flame. I'm gonna have a look real quick to see. Let's have a look. Yeah, the start of last year. I gave it a 5-star on here, but I honestly don't feel like it's a 5-star. I feel like it was maybe like a 4 something, but I did enjoy it. But I definitely would say I enjoyed this book a lot more, like a lot more. Really understood the plot. I was completely hooked the whole time. I was really following along with everything, and I was really invested. Whereas with Iron Flame, I don't feel like I was invested for the first half. This book I really loved all the way through. There wasn't really a moment that I wasn't enjoying. It was just the ending that shocked me a bit, and I just feel a bit like, I don't want to say like anticlimactic because it definitely wasn't, but I just feel like so you know when you have that relief at the end of a book and it's like, oh. But this one I just feel like, oh, like it's left on a big cliffhanger, and like I just didn't expect that because we've waited so long for this book to come out. I just didn't expect it to be left on such a massive cliffhanger. I wanted to have some peace by the end of this book, and apparently this book series is like a 5-part series. We're on book 3. I just wish we would have had more of a fully realised ending rather than we're getting slap. I'd just rather it hadn't been, oh my god, we're getting to the climactic point, oh my god, wow, what the hell? Oh, what's happened? We don't know. No, I feel like giving it a 4.5. 4.5 feels right for me, so I think I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I feel like I should put the dust jacket back on it because it looks weird without it now. I always take the dust jacket off whenever I'm reading a book because I don't want to ruin it, and I always tend to like accidentally get it all ripped and stuff. So there we are, the dust jacket's back on. So Onyx Storm. Oh, threw it on the floor. Yeah, I don't feel like fulfilled after this book. I did enjoy it and I'd give it a 4.5. Fourth Wing is my favourite book out of all of them though. I just think that book was so good. And the ending was like a fulfilled ending that was still like, oh my god, but at the same time, loved it. Iron Flame was a, oh my god, what the hell? This one was a, wait, hang on a sec. That's how you're leaving me? It was just a very big cliffhanger that I just was not expecting. Good book though, did enjoy it. Loads of spice in it, loads of characters, really love the development of some characters. We got to see more of Riddick, Sawyer. We even got some perspectives from different characters. We got like Imogen's perspective for a bit, Rhiannon's. Really enjoyed that. I liked seeing more of the other people just to like get more of a feeling of the characters and the dynamics between everybody. I'm probably gonna give it a 4.5. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys soon with another video. I hope you have enjoyed this reading vlog and I will see you guys pretty soon. Subscribe, like and do that stuff. I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye!